Sets, throws over the middle. Grab is made by Travis. Turns upfield. End zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colorado. Well, Shedeur Sanders wasn't playing. Ryan Staub came in. There's his first college touchdown as he finds Travis Hunter in the end zone. But the Buffaloes ultimately lose the regular season finale 23-17 here at the University of Utah. Pac-12 era is over. Coach Gary Barnett, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. You end the season the way the Buffaloes did. You wanted to see them come out and play with energy and heart today, and I thought they did that.
They did, but, that was actually a second touchdown. The first one was poorly officiated.
It should have counted, yes.
No, Ryan did a great job, and the Buffs did they fought hard. This was a 22-point spread on this game. We're playing a really good physical football team, and conditions aren't ideal for a lot of guys. And I thought we played hard the whole way through, but we were who we've been. We still couldn't stop the inside running game, and we did a better job protecting our quarterback, but we didn't rush the ball again. So, but that's from day 1 to day 12. It's been game 12. It's been the same, but at least we fought hard, I thought, and I think everybody's going to walk out of here thinking the arrow's pointing up and feeling good about it.
Well, Ryan Staub comes out, has to start. Shedeur Sanders out with the injury, got banged up, left the game last week at Washington State. Gets his first college start after minimal snaps prior to this one, and I thought handled himself pretty well, didn't he?
He really did, Mark. He got rid of the ball. The 2 sacks that were involved were not his fault. He wasn't holding it too long. He played as well as a player in his situation could play in this particular game.
Yeah, played very well. Buffaloes end up falling, though, 23-17. You said in our pregame show, Gary was talking about putting this on the coaches, making sure they called a game that would help the Buffs without Shedeur out there. I thought they really did that from a game.
I did too, Mark.
Yeah.
I thought they called a good, solid game offensively to take care of, take the pressure off Ryan, and then defensively, the same thing. They had to stop the run somehow. You know what? We didn't stop it totally, but we were within a touchdown of winning this game, and so I thought we had a good call.
So year number 1 of the Prime era is over after a 23-17 loss at Utah, and afterward we heard from the Buffs head coach. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Celebrate responsibly.
Thought it was a pretty darn good game. Considering I think both starting quarterbacks was certainly out. We showed up and we played well. Staub did a great job, I feel like, at getting the ball to where it needed to go and get it out of his hands. And I think we were only sacked a couple times, which is a blessing for us, you got to understand. Unfortunately, we didn't get the catch from Travis. I thought that was good, as well as a punt return back from Dylan. 2 huge plays. You can't win games and be inconsistent in those areas. They won. They did a great job. On to the next. It's time to start projecting and start thinking about tomorrow. This is where the scouting department, Corey, this is where they start doing their thing. We already know what's going to come probably in the next few days to a week and a half. We already know what's going to transpire. You guys you're going to be pleased with what's coming. I promise you that. But everything you see that we have a lack thereof, a deficit, we're going to feel that need.
There's head coach Coach Prime Sanders. Buffaloes fall in the regular season finale, 23-17. We continue with Coach Gary Barnett. Defensive side of the ball. I think this unit continued to grow all season long, didn't it?
It did. Des Moines Kidney and Shane Cokes both had their best game of the year today, and that's encouraging. Now, we're probably losing both of them, but it's still encouraging to see them get better as the year goes on, and that's what you're trying to do as a football team. The other thing, Mark, I want to say is I think Coach Sanders handles the end of these games really well. Yeah. I mean, we don't get to put all of his message on this show, but he's solid out there. You know, he's way ahead of everybody else. I can tell you that.
He's been in front of a camera every once in a while. He's pretty good at being on a microphone.
Yeah.
So the season comes to an end for you. What's your postscript on year 1 of the Prime era?
I said back in August, if we win 4, I think he's done a heck of a job. Now, I took into consideration the schedule.
Yes.
And we had a really difficult schedule.
Brutal schedule. Yeah.
And at one point it looked like I was going to be off that. Unfortunately, we were right on it. But still say you come out win 4 after making a massive change in everything. playing the schedule we played, I still think it was a successful year.
And now the Pac-12 era is over as well.
Yeah. So who knows? Yeah. But we're going to have to see. There's going to be a lot of decisions and changes made in the next 3 months. Trust me. And it'll be a whirlwind, and we'll just have to sit back and watch, and then we'll evaluate it later.
So the Buffaloes moving on to the Big 12 now. It's not the Big 12 we left 13 years ago. Very different, but still very competitive conference. We got a chance to go in and really make some noise.
Well, you don't have to play 4 of the best teams in the country.
That's right.
Unfortunately, I like playing those teams, but let's get in there and win this thing and be competitive with the teams that we're going to play, and then we'll move on to those guys.
Yeah, Gary's talking about TC or Texas rather, and Oklahoma moving to the SEC. We're not going to see USC and UCLA anymore as they're leaving now for the Big Ten. The college football world is upside down, but the Buffs will move on to the Big 12 after year one of the prime era comes to an end with a 23-17 loss at Utah. They finish up the year at 4-8. We'll take a timeout here on the Buffalo Stampede. We're talking more football in a moment.